This is a look into the SCS series of games by the gamers. The company has been sold to another company called Mountain Man Publishing Company, but I still want to refer to the gamers. This is when I first started playing these games. The Standard Combat series is a simplified version of the Operational Combat series. Nothing to do with the tactical level games I talked about in the past. So this is the like a simplified operational level of a war game. So this particular game is the Day of Days, which is the Normandy invasion again. Yeah, I don't know why people keep designing games on Normandy, but whatever is good. I picked this game to talk about because we're going to revisit Normandy next month. So actually, I'm trying to explain this to Peggy because we're gonna go back to Normandy. So there are five beaches for the Normandy invasion, Operation Overlord. The two American beaches, Utah, Omaha, to the west, and the three Gold Juno Sword, the two British and the Canadian in between beaches, are off to the east. So we will be visiting Kane, Pegasus Bridge over here, and we're going to also, I believe, visit the American military cemetery at Colville, Damar, which is right behind, actually next to Omaha Beach. Pond Hawk, I believe we will also stop over there again. Utah Beach, we don't stop at Utah Beach this time. They do have a nice gift shop over there, and some meet and greets somewhere over here. So we will visit that also. So Americans landed here, the two Omaha, Utah, and Pond Hawk. British gold and sword, Juno, the Canadians. It's interesting to know that the names of the beach with gold Juno sword, they are named after fish. And goldfish makes sense, swordfish makes sense. Juno Beach is supposed to be jellyfish beach, and of course, even I think Canadians believe it is too stupid, so they change it to Juno. The 6th Airborne British Airborne Division also landed here, and the leading units they drop on Pegasus Bridge. The awesome bucks they call that, and the two American Airborne Divisions, the 82nd Airborne and the 101st Airborne Division, drop over here. Actually, I'll be talking about the game design. The Standard Combat Series is a simplified version. The rules are generic for all the games in that series. So Normandy is just one of the later games, but the graphics are much improved in this particular game. So I guess it's good because this is not a tactical level game. So the area is much larger and a little bit more, to me, a little bit more fun playing these games. I want to zoom in. The standard series rulebook is only like 8 pages, but because this is a amphibious invasion and air drop, so therefore the game rules itself is like 50, 60 pages long. So yeah, it get more detailed because it cannot be too generalized. I happen to click on the Utah beach scenarios. That's why I don't see the other units on the other beaches. So not even Pond Hawk. So to represent, so the way this particular game works is that you can either start on day one, each hour, or D-Day plus one, that means you will bypass all the invasion and the airdrops. So, but this one is the initial H-hour D-Day itself scenario. So that's why you see all these units stack up for the amphibious landing. And actually, in this game, the landing procedures are already simplified. In the technical level game, it is much detail. You know, I think I mentioned to you that they made a flow chart to cover the landing phase. But this one, you basically just roll the die, and then I think like for example, 1, 2, 3, you land on the beaches that was planned. At Utah Beach, actually they landed off the intended beaches. So you roll, let's say, a die roll 4 to 6, you ended up on the drift off so-called beach, beaches. Actually, in real life, historically, they landed on the white axis, not the original intended beach, the green and the red, Uncle Red and Terra Green. They landed on the Victor, beaches, but it's not important. But so for this game, there are a lot of die rolling. So, this whole stack, like what, 5 of these, and I don't know how many are they here, maybe another 15. So you had to do a die roll, die roll, die roll, under the die roll, under the die roll, blah, 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 and so on. So, yeah, so I believe this particular scenario, I think the first 3 turns just cover the landing itself, and then turn 4 onwards is the normal like a 1 day time period. So you onto I don't know. That's why people keep designing Normandy games. So this is quite detailed. So like wave one, wave two, wave three, just in real life historically, does not happen. And as I said, 2 airborne divisions dropped behind Utah Beach, supposedly to cut off the peninsula. Chabot, they want to sort of actually want to capture the big port at Chabot, and so the airborne unit's supposed to cut it off and then prevent reinforcements or from coming in. I don't have the scroll thingy. Okay, well, just a scroll arrow. So this one is the 88, the 82nd Airborne Division. Where's St. Greets? Over here, St. Greets. Okay, fine. Let's just get the bearings. So again, they try to depict the historical landing. So this is huge stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. So there are 10 again, similar to the amphibious landing. There are 10 different die rolls to see whether these units are able to land at full strength or lost some of it. So maybe die roll 1, 2, 2, they landed at full strength. If you die roll 3 and 4, they might lose 1 step. And then let's say die roll 5 to 6, then it gets scattered, and they will be landing 1 turn later. Just to make it more interesting. So it's not a perfect landing, right? Just like in the movies. So you land and supposedly, yeah, okay. And the 101st Airborne Division, I don't know how many guys are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so. So you do like 9 die rolls, same thing. Basically, whether you land or successfully full strength, or you lose some of it, or you have to come back on a different turn. And well, I think these must be 82nd Airborne also. Uh, okay, okay. Actually, I got, yeah, 82nd Airborne, I think is correct. So actually, this is also 82nd Airborne. So this is the emblem for the 101st Airborne Division. So 101 Airborne, this is the 82nd Airborne. They call it All American, and this is the Screaming Eagles. So, but of course, in real life, it got scattered over the peninsula, and let me see if I can show you. So you die roll for whether they land full strength or they lose some of the strength. And after they do land, then you have to do a second die roll. So if this is like 10 units, you roll 10 times. After that, you have to roll another 10 times for the scatter drop itself. So you roll die, let's say number 4. So this is a landing zone. Then the LZ, so instead of landing directly on spot, you have to land at uh, southwest of the hacks and so on. So make it more realistic, so nothing's perfect life. So yeah, so basically, initially, as you can see, Utah Beach Americans did not have a big problem, coming on shore, and the landing, the airdrops also is not too bad, even though they did get scattered. But it is the reinforcements, the German later on, that caused the biggest problems. So that is also part of the game design. Yeah, initially I think that the specific game rules is that the Germans cannot react maybe like the first 2 turns because they did not expect the Allies to land at Normandy. Instead, it's supposed to land at Pas de Calais. So again to simulate, what happened historically. If I can zoom back out. So the other thing I want to mention is, as I said Utah Beach, they did not come in too bad. They didn't have a too bad hard time. Ponte Hawk, just the Rangers. Omaha Beach, they did hit the beach okay. It's just the defenders. So there's no drift axes on Omaha Beach. Go Juno Sword also. They supposedly they come in on target. So the scenarios cover Omaha Beach. If I can zoom back in again. In order instead of the drift, so for these bitches, they did not really drift too much. So therefore, they don't have you don't see the counter chits here because this never curriculum does not cover these landings for this particular scenario. But now you see dark green, uh, okay, what else? Easy red, the fox green. So that means when these guys come in, so they roll a 1, they will land in this hex. As they roll a 4, they will land in this hex. Similarly, for the units here, for Fox Green, so if they roll 6, they will hit this hex, and some other rolls like 2, they will be landing at this hex, and so on. I think dark green coming directly on target, dark red also coming directly on target, easy green also, whatever. So I think over the Canadian beaches, it is similar. They did not drift, so therefore, yeah, same thing, So it just either this hacks or the next hacks next to it, so not a big deal. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so they basically it. I don't want to go into the details how the game is actually played. Just the general design and the layout of this game series, and also the specific this game, the design logic behind it. I think once the game, the maximum covers the initial 10 days of the Normandy landing. So after day one or even day two, I forgot the details, but uh, like turn three onwards, or turn four onwards, they cannot just move, whatever units they want to move. There are limitations. Let's say they only have 3 points, to move maybe six different commands. They had to choose which units to move or to attack and so on to simulate the Allied supply problems because there are too many supplies to bring ashore, and also for the Germans to see the confusion in the initial days, because Hitler was still holding back the panzers in reserve because they still expect the Allies to invade at Pas de Calais. So, all right, yeah, so it's not bad. Yeah, the standard combat series, it goes not a lot faster to play. As you can see, the generic rule book is only 8 pages long. So yeah, so it's not too difficult to master. Yeah, so but on the other hand, if you're going to play the whole campaign scenario, yeah, there will be hundreds of units all over the map. Yeah, it gets a little bit crazy. So, all right, that's it. Sign off.